little different than all the rest. I'm quite old-fashioned, wear a hat, sometimes play chess. And when I'm out, I'm looking for that vintage fling. But all complexions that I adore, so hard to find, these seem impossible to score. So I dream on to someday find that vintage love.
Hello, beautiful women, and welcome back to Fashion Moments with Eloquently Emmie in Charleston, South Carolina. So, yes, it's Tuesday, and I'm going to go through this really briefly because my husband's waiting on me, as usual. I have my beautiful Saint makeup on, which I absolutely adore. I've done a mix of blues and purples, as you can see. And my skin just feels like silk. It's so protected in the sun because I'm wearing my glow screen. But that being said, there's a little titanium in our makeup too, so it's a bonus. I didn't get a sunburn at all yesterday. So today we're heading out to the Exchange, in Provost Exchange Dungeon Museum to read a little bit about maybe the sadder part of our American history. And learn a bit about that. And yeah, I don't know, I'm gonna have to like make myself strong for it, but it's a real part, and it's something that I want to learn more about. And hopefully if you come to visit, you will too. Again, I'm at the Barksdale, and I love this place. The people are so nice. I met a man called Alton who cooks there, but he plays the pipe organ so beautifully. A lot of amazing people here, and I'm just enjoying myself so much. So without further ado, let's just get to the wardrobe. And so I'll back up a little bit. I'm on mic, so you should be able to hear me. We'll start from the bottom to the top. I'm wearing my Nautica sneakers. Yes, I could wear these with my Chanel inspired Life Strides and it would look so cute, but I am hiking all around the city today, so these sneakers are a perfect choice. Next, I've got a pair of white Admiral shorts that are high-waisted, which gives me that, 1/3 to 2/3 proportions. Great for the athletic petite, and they're from LOFT, and I just think they're so cute. And then I'm wearing a mock neck sleeveless from Talbot's, and I love the attention to detail with the little buttons here and the stripes, and I just think it's such a cute outfit, and I'll be a lot cooler than in my chambray pants yesterday, but live and learn. It was like 92, and then you're walking on the pavement. I was just drenched. Anyway, as far as accessories go, I'm wearing my Moonstone Brahmin handbag, which I'll turn around because I had it the other way. Anyway, I love this. It's just enough. And I also purchased a tote that it's just it's basket weave that I can carry my sunscreen in, and some extra waters. I don't have that here. Maybe I'll bring it out tomorrow. And then I'll just walk forward, and of course I'm wearing my my Panama hat in my white and black. I think goes fine with this. And as far as accessories, I'm keeping them light. My mom's ring, gold, and my platinum, my gold silver watch, and my Busy Bee pendant coin, and just my light small gold earrings. And yeah, that about wraps it up. So hey, this was fun. I got to go out and start my day. I hope you have a wonderful week, and always remember to wear your sunscreen and to live life passionately.
Here we are at the old Exchange building in Provost Dungeon, located at 122 East Bay Street, and it was completed around 1771. The word Provost is Latin, and it means keeper of men. White, black, and women were imprisoned in this dungeon. Though little is known of them, men and women of African descent were among those held in the Provo. Probably enslaved, these prisoners could have been held here for a number of reasons. They might have run away from a local loyalist or belonged to one of the other patriots imprisoned here. They might have also been accused of other criminal offenses, some of which applied only to the enslaved population. This image is particularly poignant to me looking in from the outside, seeing the light, being on the other side of it, knowing that the freedom you have lost is on the other side. It's behind a window or behind bolted doors. It makes me think of how important our freedom is and how hard our country fought for it. Although, even in this day, so many people are imprisoned, whether it be free people or people in prison. I don't really go into the depictions like this, go in for them too much, but this one I thought was good, and it showed the anguish and the sadness and the desperation of these prisoners. The conditions here were deplorable. People were put down in pits like this one. It was damp and filled with water. Likely, many of the prisoners died in places like this. This architecture was very deceiving. Behind these walls, there were actually false walls, and there were tons of gunpowder. We lost some of it to the dampness, but the other remainder of the gunpowder was used to fight the war. But literally, the British were occupying at that time and didn't know it was there. I asked the mother if I could take this picture of the little boy looking through the bars, and it just makes me think of the importance of teaching our children about imprisonment and freedom and how important it is, and how important it is to fight for your beliefs and to realize how important your freedom is, and to not make the same mistakes that we have in the past. This is the watch house and council chamber, and it was there from 1727 until 1768. An earlier one-story watchtower was built 3 blocks west of this, around 1768. The top of the floor of this council chamber is where the governor and his royal council met to conduct business and to hold social events. In 1756, the officials moved to a different council chamber in the new colonial state house, now the Charleston County Courthouse, which you can see here. They have very grand architecture in Charleston. It's definitely worth seeing. Again, here is the old Exchange Building and Provost Dungeon from the outside view. And of course, we were seeing underneath into the dungeon and what went on there. And this is a map, just giving you an idea of where everything is located in that area. You can see where the dungeon is located. You can see the French Quarter, basically see everything, the Folly Beach that surrounds it. It's an old colonial map. This was our tour director. He was very knowledgeable. He spoke so fast, though I had a hard time keeping up with him and taking notes. I had to do a lot of reading afterwards to make everything sink in, but I think that's kind of the way it is for a lot of people. Tours can be tough sometimes. Here's another look into the dungeon. Just the caverns and tunnels and loneliness. This was the most poignant of all pictures, the chains with the light reflecting on them. When I took this, it sent shivers up my spine, and it just speaks volumes about freedom, whether it be then or now, and how important it is to respect our freedom and respect freedom of those in the world around us. This is worth reading again. I know I read it in the beginning, but it was on the wall going up to the other section of the Exchange Building, and it said, though little is known of the men and women of African descent that were held here in Provo, probably enslaved. These prisoners could have been held here for a number of reasons. They might have run away from a local loyalist or belonged to one of the patriots imprisoned here. They might have also been accused for other criminal offenses, some of which only applied to the enslaved population. Now here we are in the upstairs, and it's a copy of the Declaration of Independence. It's I'm getting my speech together here. Very grand room. Notice the airy light, all the antiques, the spinning wheels. It was beautiful up here. Strange to think about the juxtaposition of basically everything that was occurring in the dungeon, and think of people having fun up here and entertaining. It's just a strange kind of juxtaposition, if you ask me. And this is just my artist's eye, looking out over Charleston, the architecture of the window, and the lamp. It's just a view that caught me. And of course, me being the artist, looking up at the ceiling, a lovely shade of blue, beautiful architecture. Definitely a lot to see in this museum. And here's John. He did a lot of reading. He's very, very interested in history. There were so many bits of literature to read, and so many different setups they had to teach you about the history of this place. And of course, here's a large view of the room, and you can see people are still wearing masks in this particular museum, but not that much around Charleston. And coming up is just a short little video clip I took of this flag, definite antique of the time. You can see the stitching, and I just found it fascinating. Okay, and this is the United States Constitution. And I know they have to put glass on things, but makes it hard. But they have to protect them. It was interesting to look at all the signatures, think about all the people that participated in this. This was the one thing that made me chuckle at the artist's revenge. They didn't like John Trumbull's 1792 rendition of George Washington and his steed, and so he made them a different version, as you can see to the right. I guess that's the horse's ass, but anyway. Yeah. Don't make an artist mad. They're sensitive. So this is just one of the ships of the time, a copy of it. They had lots of interesting pieces like this, and weapons and things like that in the other rooms. They didn't interest me enough to take pictures of them, and it's an interesting old clock. Lots to see here, though. Definitely, make it a stop on your trip to Charleston. And here we are. We've, finished our tour, and it's hot as anything out there. We walked, though, the whole time. I'm glad I wore sneakers. So yeah, I'm probably not going to play out my usual music, but this actually is the gazebo at White Point Gardens, and there were cannons there all around during the Civil War. It was built in 1907, and it was built as a memorial and to host local concerts. I found it very pretty, and I actually did a portrait of it for my own home. And this was the Unitarian Church gate, which I thought was beautiful too. Oh, and this was a local artist, and he made these roses that I purchased one of. He was a young man, so I'm not mentioning his name, but there's the rose, and now it sits in my office. There were all kinds of arts and crafts there, and basket making, but he sold roses on the street for $5. And there we are again at the Charleston market, where I purchased my hat. And again, here is the museum, and yeah, it's worth seeing. So anyway, hey, if you like content like this and you like this little bit of history mixed with a little bit of fashion and makeup, just click like and subscribe and hit the bell for notifications. And yeah, I really enjoyed doing this for you. And I know a lot of you watch this on your televisions, but if you get a chance, go in to your device of choice and click the like and subscribe and the follow. New here, I really appreciate your help. All right, well, I'll just send you off with some quick views of the French Quarter and the beauty of Charleston. Don't forget to always live life passionately and remember your freedom and hold it dear in your heart.